Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brook Hill for tonight's matchup between Athens and Brook Hill. It just got started. Sorry for the late delay. Was trying to get things going here, but we are now up and running. So we're glad that you're joining us here on NETsn. And we're going to get this going. Athens is up to bat. Their first batter was out on a fly ball. Another fly ball. Third baseman underneath. And that's out number 2. And that was Ben Bratz with the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up number 6 for Athens. So here comes the pitch. And Lex Rich is the pitcher for the Guard. And he gets ball 1. Swing and a miss, and that's a strike. It's been a busy day here at Brook Hill at Harrington Field, as it's the first day of the Brook Hill tournament. I'll get you scores for that later on in the broadcast. Rich with the pitch. Swing, foul back. So 1-2 is the count. Rich looking in to get the sign. Here's the pitch. He reaches out and out of play. 4 foul ball, stays alive. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the end of the top of the first. So we're going to head to our first break as it's 3 up, 3 down for the Guard. We'll be right back on NETsn.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
we're back here at Harrington Field on NETsn, bringing you live coverage of the final game of the first day of tournament play here at Brook Hill, as Athens is playing Brook Hill. Here's the first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Moore, Jobin Moore, is up to bat. Here's the second pitch. He looks in there. That's going to be a ball, so 1-1 is the count. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe as you listen to us tonight. Here's the next pitch. Good hit in between short and third for a base hit, as Moore gets down to first base, and that'll bring up Cade Chesley. And Chesley strolls up, left-hander. Moore takes a couple of steps off of first. And Chesley gets ready for his pitch. Here it is, swing, and the bat goes flying. But the ball stays in the catcher mitt for strike one. I think he was more surprised that the bat went flying than everybody else was on that one. So it's going to be 0-1 for Chesley. Moore gets back to first. He's going to take a couple of steps off. Looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, strike two. And Chesley's ready to get the pitch. Here it comes, and swing in between first and second. That's going to advance the runner. And it's going to put runners at first and second for the guard. And that'll bring up Dylan Malone. Dylan Malone. And Malone waits the pitch. Pitcher checks his runners. Here comes. He goes down and squares up for a bunt. And it's obvious sacrifice, but no go. He's safe. As Moore slides in head first to third. The sacrifice bunt turns into a base hit. It's actually going to be a fielder's choice on that one. So bases loaded here in the bottom of the first for the guard. And that'll bring up number 21, Lex Rich, the pitcher for tonight's game. And he's going to look to bring in some runs for the guard. Looks in. Here comes the pitch. Just on the corner, strike one. Put a little curve on that one. So 0-1 the count. Pitch to the outside, so 1-1. Bases loaded, no outs for the guard here in the bottom of the first. Another ball. Two balls and one strike. Pitch comes in. Outside. Good stop by the catcher. Keeping the runners where they are. 3-1 is the count. And Rich waits on the pitch. It's batter's count. And he swings, foul ball. And that'll make the count full. And he fouls that one off. And good hit into left field, just past the reach of the third baseman, and a run comes across as Jabin Moore gets the first run for the Guard. Bases stay loaded, however. And that'll bring up number 7, David Sims, left-hander for the Guard. Strike one. And a good hit, and it's in. Fair ball, just down the left field line. And one run comes across. 2 runs come across as Chesley and Dylan Malone come across. 2 more runs for the Guard on that stand-up double for David Sims. So runners at second and third, still no outs. And that'll bring Andrew Sims. As the Guards seem to be put on batting practice here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 1. And a good hit. It's going to go through the legs of the shortstop, and another run coming in as Andrew Sims gets a base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners and another run on the board, 4-0. Dallas Clemens at the plate for the Guard. Squares around for a bunt. Pitcher checks. He's trying to get to third base, and it looks like David Sims gets caught halfway down and gets tagged out on his way back to third. Good job by Athens to get the lead runner. So the first out for the Guard. Keeps runners at first and second. And that'll bring Samuel Williams to the plate. We have a timeout on the field. Samuel steps up to the plate. Ball 1. In there. Called strike. 1-1 is the count. Hit to the outfield. And the left fielder runs in, gets the catch, bounces it, throws it into third and kind of bounces it. Runners advance. And I guess I thought the left fielder caught that one, but he did not. So that's going to load the bases back up for the Guard. Keep it at 1 out. Fouled back. And Briley. 0-1 the count to Briley. Max Briley. Here's the pitch. Little high on the outside. Ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1. And what we thought was a hit by pitch turned out to not be one. Umpire called Briley back to home plate, and the coach is discussing the situation. And we're back to gameplay. Briley steps up in the box. Briley with a hit out. It's going to be get the runner out at second. 2 outs at the fielder's choice. And we're back at the top of the lineup as the Guard have batted around. And Javen Moore back up. Pitch inside, and the Briley will advance to second base. No play on that one. Pitch in the middle, strike. Going to be 1-1 to Moore. Good pitch by Runte, number 6. Watches that one go by. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. And he swings, and it's going to be a base hit. And 2 runs are going to come across for the Guard. And Chesley back up. He hit a base hit earlier in the inning. Watches that one go. Ball 1. And a good swing. It's going to be a base hit by Chesley, his second of the inning. Runners at first and second. That'll bring Dylan Malone back to the plate. And a good hit deep into center field, over the head of the center fielder. And Malone passes over second base. Throw not in time. Stand-up triple with 2 runs. Crossing home plate. And that puts 9 runs on the board for the Guard this inning. And we have a timeout as the coach heads out to take a talk. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here in the bottom of the first. So we're going to take a short break here on NETsn. When we do that, go ahead and like and subscribe while we take this break. You're watching Brook Hill and Athens at the Brook Hill Tournament on NETsn. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Brook Hill for to last game of today's tournament. We're still in the bottom of the first, and we had a pitching change for Athens. Number 1, Green, now pitching for the Hornets. And Lex Rich, his second at-bat of the inning. He hit a base hit earlier in the bottom of the first. Got a runner at third, 2 outs, and a pitch outside, ball 1. Going to work on getting you scores from earlier today. I know the first game of the day is Malakoff and Pine Tree. Malakoff took the W on that one. That's going to be a high pitch. Ball number 2 from Green. As Rich takes a look, he steps back in. And a hit into center field as the center fielder goes back. Takes a look underneath, and finally the bleeding stops for the Hornets. Out number 3. So we're done with the first inning. On to the second. We're going to take a break along with the teams and switch things over. You're listening to NETsn here at Brook Hill. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Harrington Field here at Brook Hill as the Guard have a 9-0 lead going into the top of the second as the Hornets are going to try to cut into that lead. And here's the pitch outside by Rex. That's number 9. I believe Garch is his name. I apologize if I butchered that one. Second pitch by Rich. It's going to be fouled off back. And it's going to be 1-1. Like I said earlier, this is the last game of the first day of tournament play for the Brook Hill tournament. Earlier today, the first game was Malakoff Tigers versus the Pine Tree Pirates. Malakoff took the W 6-2 in that one. Pine Tree stayed and played a doubleheader after that against the Central Height Blue Devil. Blue Devils took that one 15-1 over the Pirates. Here's the pitch down the middle by Rich. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. And Rich in there, strike 3. Out number 1. So Rich picking up where he left off at the top of the first. And that'll bring number 5, Woods, to the plate. Athens hoping to get something started this inning. It's early in the game, but with that 9-0 deficit, they'll need to do something to break that out. Rich with the pitch. High, ball 1. Looks in for the sign, gets set. And here comes the pitch. A little English on that one and over the plate. Strike 1 by Lex Rich. Little floater on the curve. Same pitch, but a little higher. And that's going to be a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Woods. Rich gets the pitch he likes. And delivers a little low. So Woods ahead in the count. Here's the pitch. Just on the outside corner with the strike, and that'll get the count to full. Swing, foul tip, and out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down so far in the top of the second. And next up for the Hornets is going to be Gonzalez, number 3. Rich finds the pitch he wants, sets, and delivers. Good swing by Gonzalez, but it goes backwards. So that's going to be strike 1. Rich sets. Here comes the pitch. And a good hit out in the middle between left and center, and a base hit. And the Hornets get a runner on the bases with 2 outs. And Jenkins will take the stroll, number 10 for the Hornets. We have a timeout on the field as coach heads out to take a talk with his pitcher. And we'll see what is going to happen here shortly. As we're going to have a pitch and change. So as they get that going, we're going to take a short break here on NETsn. Go ahead and like and subscribe for us, please. And we'll have some more action coming up just after this. We've got a pitch and change here at Harrington Field on Brook Hill School campus for the Brook Hill tournament. We'll be right back. And we're back at Brook Hill. The pitch and change has completed. I apologize for that. And it's going to be number 4, Hillard for Brook Hill. And Hillard puts it in there, swing and a miss by Jenkins. Gets what he wants. Pitches in, and Jenkins with the hit down to first base. Not much doing there. Easy job by Sims to get the 3rd out. On to the bottom of the 2nd. And just a reminder, we have some more games coming up tomorrow in the Brook Hill tournament. Starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, White Oak takes on Malakoff. At 11:45, White Oak will stay on the field and take on Brook Hill Guard. At 2 o'clock, here on NETsn, we'll bring you coverage of Central Heights and Athens. And then at 4:15, Pine Tree and Brook Hill. We'll also bring you that action here on NETsn. And then on Saturday, the 25th, we'll be here all day, bringing you live action here on NETsn for all of the Brook Hill tournament games. Starting at 9:30 with Pine Tree versus Athens. At 11:45, Malakoff versus Central Heights. And at 2 o'clock, Malakoff versus Brook Hill. You don't want to miss any of those games broadcast here on NETsn. If you can't make the games here at this beautiful field here on the campus of Brook Hill, tune in to NETsn. Like and subscribe so you don't miss anything that's going on in East Texas with sports. Also, don't forget, we got basketball action on NETsn. Tomorrow night, number 13, Lufkin, is taking on number 12, Red Oak. It's a doubleheader also, number 4, Mount Pleasant versus number 8, Forney at TJC, and that's going to be live on NETsn as well. That's going to be audio coverage for those two games. We're going to bring you that playoff basketball coverage for high school basketball. So a lot of sports going on NETsn here on East Texas for you. So we're ready and rearing to go here at Brook Hill. Pitch just inside. It's going to be strike one to David Sims. And a good hit out into right center field. And the center fielder gets underneath, makes the play, and gets the first out. If I had the Sports Center soundtrack in my head or on the thing here, I would play it for you. That was a great play by Athens center fielder. And another good hit. That's Andrew Sims. Gets it out in left center. And a little miscommunication, and that ball is dropped as the center fielder and the left fielder couldn't figure out who was going to get that one. So with that error in place, that's going to put Andrew Sims on first base. And with that, 23, Dallas Clemens, the catcher, going to head up to the plate. And we have time as the coach is going to have a little conversation. Looks like we're going to do a change in the outfield for the Hornets. A little personnel action going on. And it looks like Richardson for the Hornets is going to be the new left fielder. All right, so we're back to play here. Dallas Clemens gets the pitch, swing, and it's a little dribbler down to the shortstop. He makes it over to first base, out number 1. But that does advance the runner as Andrew Sims goes to second. And that puts Samuel Williams to the plate with a runner in scoring position. And 2 outs for the guard. Watches that one go for a strike. Pitch goes in. Williams with a good little hit out into the outfield, and the left fielder makes a diving catch for out number 3. So the guard tried to add to their lead, but no go on that one. As we ended the second one, on to the top of the third here at Brook Hill. We'll be right back here on NETsn with some more baseball action. Don't go anywhere.
Swanee Computer Services. Is your computer's life hanging on by a thread? Maybe you need to eliminate a pesky virus, speed up your system, or send performance into overdrive. Whatever the case, giving your computer the VIP treatment can be costly, and there aren't a lot of people that you can truly trust. That's where we come in. We've been doing this for years, so we know our stuff. We pride ourselves on our ability to fix any computer problem at your home or office with the most reasonable prices in the industry. There's no reason to go anywhere else. We will assist with internet and Wi-Fi connections, crashing and freezing issues, software errors, data loss and retrieval, hardware faults and upgrades, virus and spiral removal. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We'll get you going on site, or you can bring your computer to us. Either way, you'll get the VIP treatment you and your computer deserve. Get in touch today and fix your computer the right way. 20 computer services. Contact us today at 903-386-3656.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Brook Hill. About ready to start the third inning. And next week, we're going to start some softball action here on NETsn on the 28th. I'm going to head to ARP, where ARP is hosting the Troop Tigers. And got a good rival match there. So some softball action there in ARP. First pitch, it's going to be hit back for strike one. And that's Cleto from Athens. Got some good softball games coming up this year on NETsn that I'll be bringing you, and a lot of good baseball action too. So I'll be letting you know our schedule for that coming up later on during the broadcast. That pitch was in for a strike by Hilliard. So Cleto watched that one, and he is behind in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. In there, strike three. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 down for the Hornets. And that's going to bring McLemore to the plate. And Hilliard's going to look in to Clements to find the pitch that he wants. He gets it. And brings the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one by McLemore. Brook Hill with great pitching this outing tonight. I was here on Monday. They had some good pitching there. Good hit by McLemore down the right field line. And it's going to go to the wall as McLemore rounds first, heading to second. He's looking, and he's going to hold up there as his coach tells him to. And he looked like he was tired. I know I was watching it. But he gets a stand-up double for the Hornets, so McLemore on the base with just 1 down and a little life in the dugout for the Hornets here in the top of the third. And we're back at the top of the lineup where Green comes to the plate. Hilliard gets the call, checks the runner at second, and brings the pitch home. Outside, ball one. Clemens tried to frame that one. He's very good at that. But the umpire didn't want anything of it and gets the ball. Green waiting on the pitch. Outside again, and that's going to be ball number 2. Hilliard staying away from Green a little bit on those 2 pitches. Not sure if he knows something that we don't on that, but it's a possibility. 2-0, 1 out, 1 man on second. In scoring position. Green waiting on the pitch. Here it comes. And a good curveball as Green ducked it, and it didn't even come anywhere near him. Over the plate, strike one. 2-1 is the count. Nice looking pitch by Hilliard. McLemore gets a good lead off second as Hilliard takes a look. Doesn't want anything to do with him, brings it home. And a good hit by Green. High pop fly. Shortstop got it. Checks the runner at second. No go. And that's 2 down for the Hornets. So Garcia takes the stroll up to home plate. And Hilliard takes a look at Clements, who's trying to get the sign from the dugout on what kind of pitch to give to Garcia. Hilliard gets it. He gets set, checks the runner, steps off the rubber, And balk was called. So McLemore takes a little hop, skip, and a jump down to third base. And he's a little bit closer to that first run for the Hornets. Here's the pitch by Hilliard. Swing and a miss. Garcia makes a great cut, but just doesn't get anything on that one, so it's going to be 0-1. Hilliard on that balk knew he did it as soon as he stepped off the mound there. Checks the runner at third. Comes home inside. It's going to be 1-1 the count. The catcher Clements getting some direction from the dugout. McLemore inching a little bit closer to home plate. Makes a little bit of run. Here's the hit. And Garcia gets a base hit and brings a run in for the Hornets, and they're on the board here in the top of the third. 9-1. So Garcia with the base hit. 2 down. And I believe it's Runte. I hope I say that correctly. I apologize if it's wrong. I promise I'll get it right before the end of the weekend. Hilliard checks the runner at first, brings it home. Runner goes. Clements throws down, but a little high. Over the head of Moore there. And luckily, the second baseman was behind him, taking care of that, and that was Ben Bratz. Was backing him up. So no advancement, but they do get the steal. So Hilliard bringing the pitch outside. Clements thought he could bring it in and frame it over the plate, but that was not going to go, as that was about 3 feet away from the plate. 1-1 the count. And a pickoff move, and it goes out into the outfield, but a good job by Dylan Malone, the center fielder, to back up the throw. And Garcia does not get to advance, but he gets back in time. They try to do that sneak pickoff move where Moore comes in behind, but no go. Hilliard with the throw home. Good hit. As Runte gets it out into left field, and that's going to be it on the top of the third. So one run does come across for the Hornets, so they get out of that goose egg column there and get on the board. So we're going to head to the bottom of the third. And as they take a break, we're going to take a short break as well. Go ahead and like and subscribe as you're watching. We appreciate you watching with us here at Brook Hill on NETsn. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill School here in Bullard, Texas, where the Brook Hill Guard lead the Athens Hornets 9-1 at the bottom of the third. At the plate is Max Briley, and check swing a little bit outside. It's going to be 1-0 the count. And a pitch real quick, high outside. It's going to be ball 2. Green, the pitcher for the Hornets. At the top of this inning, the Hornets did get across, so they have a run on the board with his 9-1. In there with Green's pitch, strike one. As Briley watched that one go by. And that's a ball on that one. So it's a pitcher's count at 3-1. Excuse me, a hitter's count. That's a correction on that one. 3-1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Briley was going to take the base one way or the other with that pitch. He just takes it by getting hit by the pitch. And that'll put us back to the top of the lineup. As Jabin Moore takes the stroll. He's 2 for 2 so far in this ball game with base hits both times. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. If he was waiting for a better pitch, I don't think he could have found one with that one. Green checks the runner, brings it home, swing and a miss. That's strike number 2. So for the first time this game, Moore is behind in the count, 0-2, with a runner at first. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. And Jabin Moore strikes out for the first time this game. Next up for the guard, Cade Chesley, a left-hander, takes the stroll to the plate. Briley takes a little lead as Chesley takes a step out of the box. And we have time called again. And now we're ready to go again. Here's the pitch, and Briley takes off. Pitch is out. Briley is in. Good save by the shortstop. He stops that one from going out into the outfield and stops Briley from taking another base to third. But a good steal by Max Briley and the guard. So got a runner in scoring position and an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-1. And hit down. It's down first base line. It's bobbled by the first baseman. And that's going to be a error. It's going to be an E5. Correction, E3. I was on the wrong side. I flipped it. So it's going to be runners at the corners, 1 out, and number 1 at the plate, Dylan Malone. Lots of ones going on. Here's the pitch. Runner goes at first, and the throw, not in time. Kind of a gutsy throw to do that with a man on third. But nothing comes of it except a steal for the guard. 2 men in running position. Scoring position, correction. Dylan waits on the pitch. Here it comes. Strike. 1-1 the count. While you're enjoying this game, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of action here on NETsn for East Texas Sports. Here's a swing and right past the shortstop as Malone gets a base hit and a score runs. And Malone heads to second base as the ball was thrown into home plate. So Malone gets a base hit and an advanced base. So there continues to be runners at second and third. And Lex Rich will take his place at the plate, hoping to add more to the Guards' lead here. Here's the pitch by Green. Swing, foul ball. Oh, and 1 the count. as Rich gets the pitch and check swings. Umpire says he went around, so that's going to be a strike. 0-2. Green throws over to third, making sure that Chesley stays where he is. Chesley gets back pretty quick. So Green gets his pitch, sets, checks the runners, and brings it home outside. And Rich is ready to go. And a big hit down the left field line, and it is just foul. Good hit by Rich, but it just goes left of the foul line. So he'll head back and try to straighten that one out and see what he can do. Here's the pitch. Swings, gets it out into right field. Right fielder going back and over his head, bounces off the wall. Rich is already to second, and the runner comes as Malone slides. Oh, stand up, excuse me. I thought he was going to slide. That was my bad. But he is in there safe, so 2 runs come across as Chesley and Malone get runs in, and it's 12-1. So Lex Rich gets a stand-up double and 2 runs, 2 RBIs for the guard. And David Sims stands at the plate, waits for a pitch, and hits it back foul, out of play. And we are in the bottom of the third. 1 out, 1 on. And that's a ball. 1-1 the count. And Green brings the pitch home. Outside and low. And that'll be 2-1 to Sims. David Sims. David Sims will hit that one back. So the count tied at 2. And Sims with a hit to second base. Second baseman gets it, throws it over to first, and misses it. And that's another error on the first baseman, and then the run will come in as Lex Rich strolls down and gets the cross home plate for another run in. And I believe that might be all for Green on the mound as a timeout, and the coach strolls out to the mound for the Hornets. And he has pitched pretty well, but just couldn't hold on to it this bottom of the inning. So Green strolls off, and the Hornets will make a pitching change, and we're going to take a little break ourselves here on NETsn. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of East Texas sports action. We'll be right back here on NETsn.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Welcome back to Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill School here in Buller, Texas. And we have a pitching change. Pitch outside. New pitcher for the Hornets is number 3, Gonzalez. Ball 1. Andrew Sims up to bat. And their 4th strike. And a hit by Andrew Sims gets out into left center field, and a double, looks like, slides in by Andrew Sims. Almost didn't make it. He kind of let up a little bit after he turned around first, but a run does come through as David Sims crosses and extends the lead 14-1. And that'll bring number 22, Krutzinger, to the plate. And the pitch, and fouled back. And there it is. Krutzinger hitting the first, and the first baseman grabs it. Strolls over to first, and that's an out. But out number 2. But Andrew Sims heads over to third base. Gets a little bit closer to that home plate. Now batting, number 27, Durrett. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And Durrett watches it come in and strike. Called strike at that one. And strike 3. So that's going to do it for that. And we will head to the top of the 4th here at Brook Hill. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on Net. And we're back. Here's the pitch. High fly ball over. Second baseman goes into right field a little bit and misses it. Bounces off the glove. And it's going to be an error. An E4. So we have a runner on first. And Woods heads to the plate for the Hornets. Pitch outside. In there for a strike. And that's going to be hit out of play. Foul ball. And I want to apologize. It looks like we had a technical difficulty and lost the original stream. Had to change it over. So we hope that you kicked over and found us on the new stream. And if we continue on with this game, technical difficulties are fun things with live streams. But we continue to persevere and keep things going. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and a good hit down the left field line as Woods gets a base hit, turns and takes a look, and that's 2 on for the Hornets. And they're not going to go away quietly for the Guard right now as we are in the top of the 4th. And that'll bring Gonzalez to the plate with 2 on and no outs. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Hilliard still on the mound for the Guard. He sets. Checks the runner at second and brings it home. Bounces it up. And a good hustle by the catcher behind the plate. Here's the pitch by Hilliard. Just outside. So it's going to be 2-1 to Gonzalez. Your score at the top of the 4th is 14-1. Brook Hill leads. Runners at first and second. Hilliard looks down and brings the pitch. Gonzalez squares the bunt. We have a little rundown situation out in the outfield as Woods gets tagged out at first. Gonzalez squared around a bunt, and Woods, thinking that he had hit the ball, went ahead and went on to second, got caught in a rundown, and got the out. Out number 1. 3-1 is the count. Hilliard takes a look, brings it home. Swing and a miss by Gonzalez. So it's a full count. As the runner at second takes a lead off. And a swing. And he's going to throw down to first to clean things up there. And that's going to be a strikeout, so that'll be out number 2. Runner does advance down to third, though, but there's 2 outs as Richardson, number 11 for the Hornets, steps up to the plate. And he thinks about it, but it's outside, ball 1. Thank you again for joining us tonight on NETsn. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you won't miss any action. We appreciate you watching tonight's game. We have more tournament action coming to you tomorrow. That's in there for a strike as Hilliard pitch does cross. Richardson didn't agree with that one. He steps in to take it. It's going to be 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and Hilliard gets it. And that's going to be a ball. Here's the pitch, a little low. So the first game of the tournament is tomorrow morning at 9 as White Oak takes on Malakoff. White Oak will stay and play the 11:45 game, and they'll take on Brook Hill. And then we'll be here at 2 o'clock. Take a little break here as Hilliard brings in and gets a strike there. So full count to Richardson. Hilliard takes the pitch. Swing and a foul ball as Richardson stays alive on that one. Again, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, NETsn will be here live. I'll be bringing you action between Central Heights and Athens. And then at 4:15, we'll bring you Pine Tree and Brook Hill game live action. So we'll be here for those 2 games tomorrow night. So we hope you tune in and watch those. Here's Hilliard's pitch. Right across the plate. Get a little curve action on that. Strike 3. Richardson thought he had a ball and was going to take his rightful place at first, but the umpire said that crossed the plate. So that's going to be the end of that. And actually, yep, that's going to be it. That's the end of the ball game. And they're going to call that one. It's going to be run ruled. And the final score in this ball game is going to be Brook Hill 14, Athens 1. So once again, this is the end of day 1 tournament play here at Brook Hill. And tomorrow, I'm going to give you a little bit of what's going on tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning, White Oak and Malakoff. At 11:45, White Oak versus Brook Hill. And at 2 o'clock, NETsn Live will be here with yours truly with Central Heights versus Athens. And then right after that at 4:15, Pine Tree versus Brook Hill. And then on Saturday, NETsn will be here all day long, starting at 9:30. We have those 3 games going there for the tournament to end the tournament weekend. 9:30, Pine Tree versus Athens. At 11:45, Malakoff versus Central Heights. And at 2 o'clock, to end the tournament, Malakoff versus Brook Hill. And you can find all those games here on NETsn. And we hope that you will take the time. If you can't make it over here to watch, please tune in and watch. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any of this baseball action. And also, don't forget, tomorrow night, after the game's here, you can tune in with Brett and listen to a doubleheader for high school playoff basketball, as he will bring you from Tyler Junior College, Wagstaff Gym, 2 games. Number 13, Lufkin versus number 12, Red Oak, and then number 4, Mount Pleasant versus number 8, Forney. That's playoff basketball, round 2 of high school playoff basketball. All right, we're going to finish things up. I'm going to let you guys go. We want to thank you once again for watching with us tonight here on NETsn, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock here at Harrington Field on NETsn. Have a good night.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit